So I'm guessing red is the next big color, because we got Lime Crime doing it, we got Jeffree Star doing it. I thought we already did red, but oh well, I like red. I like looking like I'm dead on my eyes. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and let me just make it even. I am OCD like that. But today, obviously, as you could see by the title, we are going to be talking about the new Lime Crime Venus Extra Large. I must admit, I would rather have, like, Mike Extra Large, but Magic Mike's, you know. But hey, I do what I do. When I saw this palette, I think it was only released on Lime Crime's website first, I was like, ooh, look at them pretty colors. We got grungy browns, beautiful reds, pinks. I am all about this tone. And I am a fan of the original Venus. I'm not a huge fan of the second one, the Venus 2, but this just looked absolutely stunning. You can now also get this beautiful palette at the Ulta website, which is where I ended up picking mine because I would rather purchase Lime Crime through Ulta rather than their site, but that's just me. This palette is going to run you $54, which I was a little bit kind of surprised at that price, since Lime Crime, their palettes at least have been a little bit less expensive, but that is how much this one is going to run you. It is certified vegan and cruelty free, is good for 24 months. It is not limited edition, and you get 18 shades that are 1.67 grams each, for a total of 30.06 grams. So all things considered, it actually is a pretty big palette. I do absolutely love the packaging, the pink with the red hair, and there's one thing Lime Crime's good at. It is a really eye-catching packaging. Open it up here. I don't want to like blind y'all with like the mirror here, but oh boy, it's really cool looking. And then you have this right here like this, a good collection of mattes and shimmers. It is what I'm wearing on my peepas today, but let's get into some swatches and discuss the palette. So here we go. We're gonna start off with this shade Eden, which is a shimmer going on there. Have it looking like that. Then we have Love, which is another shimmer, as well as Passion. Now, I must admit, the mattes don't feel horrendously smooth or buttery or anything like that. If anything, they almost feel a little bit rough to the touch, but they swatch and perform beautifully. Next up is Fresca, which is kind of this like demi-matte shimmer infused with glitter. I'm not sure how I feel about that. And Inspire right here, and Idolized. I do love the overall aesthetic of the palette. The names are very thought out. It is very reminiscent to the era that they are hearkening to. And there you go. And I will say, like with all glitter infused shades, when you're blending this out, the glitter blends into oblivion, so just keep that in mind. Next up, we have Aphrodite here, which is, once again, the mattes, they don't feel like when you do Anastasia or even some Urban Decay and Kat Von D, they feel so soft and buttery. These don't. And then we have New Classic here, Burnt Gold right here. Have them there. Womp. Womp. But compared to some other mattes I've swatched, these swatch really stinking good. Whew. It does not have, like I'm sitting here rubbing my fingers through it. When you're using it with a brush, it doesn't have a significant amount of kick up, which is really nice. Next we have Flora, which is a shade I absolutely love. And this shade Scallop, it looks kind of like a nudie pink whatever, but it turns into this beautiful like sun-kissed peach on the eyes. And then Celestial, which is another glitter infused shade. Might be running out of room. Oh, I swatched Scallop and that one really close. Scallop looks like next to nothing, but it performs really, really nicely on the eye. That's the one that I just started adding color all around. Then the last row here, we have got Ethereal, Triumph, and Supreme, which I think is the softest feeling matte out of all of them. Let's see if we can keep doing this. Next is Blank Canvas, which is going to look on my skin. I did use this instead of using a shimmer on the inner part of my eye. I did just use this to kind of brighten it up, and I liked how that looked. Then Botticelli right here, who feels really, really rough. And Goddess, which is another beautiful, just, oh my goodness. All right, let's do this. Running out of room. Okay. All right, so here we have all these swatches. I do find that there is a very good consistency in the pigmentation of the mattes and the shimmers. I haven't found really any shade that underperforms the rest or a shade that overperforms the rest as well. Okay, first things first, you have got to be a fan of red toned shadows if you're going to get this. If you don't like that red, warm, cranberry, pink, whatever, don't do it. Because some people, they feel like it makes them look kind of dead and sick and whatever. I'm okay with that. I love red tones. And so I really, really like this palette. Even though Lime Crime isn't necessarily creating something new and they're procking off of their already existing and popular Venus palette, I feel like this is still a good move for Lime Crime because it is a bigger palette, so it offers more variety. And I feel like Lime Crime, they kind of produce some like really kitschy items, like those little Polly Pocket things are like $38 a piece. I'm like, hello, no. And so it's nice to see them produce something that is more of a standout, good quality piece that more people can invest in. I found that the shades were nicely pigmented, blended very, very nicely on my eyes. I didn't have any difficulty, even with a lot of the mattes that feel like you would have problem with them because they're just so rough to the touch in the pan. Like this one, this Botticelli shade feels like sandpaper. But they perform well on the eyes, so I guess consistency and swatches really don't tell all. I think the packaging and the aesthetic is beautiful. The price point, I probably would have felt a little bit better with this being somewhere in the $40, $45 range rather than the $54, but I still think it is an okay price considering other things that we have in the market. Is it a palette you should run out and go get right now? No, it's not. It is not limited edition. So later down the road, if you want to invest in a really nice warm toned, kind of neutrally, but not really because it's just got so much pink and red in it, then I would recommend picking this up. Alright guys, there was that review. Please let me know what you think of the palette down below. If you think it's pretty, if you think it's hideous, you're anti-hauling it. I understand that Lime Crime is a more problematic brand with some of their ethics and past history and everything, but I do think it is great that they are now being sold at Ulta because then you don't have to worry about going directly to the Lime Crime website. You have an outlet you can purchase through. I am very happy with my purchase and I really wanted this palette and I am really enjoying it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you, and as always, keep it real. Mwah!